Hi guys, welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a great day, and as always, thanks to everybody that's subscribed. Now I'm going to be reacting to a track I think I may have heard but not for many years, and it's from 1982. It's called Lifeline, and it's from a band called Spandau Ballet. And this track was taken from the album, excuse me, taken from the album True, which was released in March 1983. Indeed, this entered the UK Top 40 on the 2nd of October, and it peaked at number 7, which is pretty cool. So Spandau Ballet consists of Tony Hadley on vocals, we have Gary Kemp on guitar, Martin Kemp on bass, Steve Norman on sax, and John Keeble on drums and percussion. I'm not sure if this is an official video, so if it is and it gets blocked, I will come back and react to an audio version perhaps. I'm pretty sure I should know this song, as I was listening to a lot of music back in the back end of 82. Music was indeed the soundtrack for many an adventure as a teenager. So yeah, without further ado, this is Spandau Ballet with Lifeline, the alternative video or something. Yeah, I do remember this pretty well. I haven't heard it for ages, though. I haven't heard it for a long time. Generally, you only ever hear them play True or Gold on the radio. So I haven't heard this one for donkey's years. I'm just loving how young they all look. I've only just been watching retro EastEnders from about 2001, and with Martin Kemp in. Yeah, he hasn't changed that much, but you can just see how much more youthful he is here. So it's I'm loving the video. It feels very dated, but yeah, I'm not sure what the theme of his song is yet. It's like he's stood in front of on stage, but I thought he was stood in front of a bookcase, but he's not. So I think I could take that back anyway, because this is quite an enjoyable video. I've never seen this video ever before.
Those decisions only can be made once. You never really know
That was really cool. That was Spandau Ballet Lifeline, and for sure I've heard that before, but I couldn't quite remember how it went. And as I said before, it's not one of those songs that you hear on the radio. I can't remember hearing it on the radio. A lot of it, later 80s stuff I heard. Obviously, True came out before this. I don't actually know. True came out in 83, didn't it? So, along with Gold as well. So yeah, I've heard those multiple times on the radio. But yeah, I haven't heard this one for a long time, and because I haven't heard it for such a long time, it kind of brings back a lot of nostalgia. It's like a feeling that I've lost. Got that feeling back a little bit. The video, I'm not sure it was like they were on their way to a gig or something, but it was hard to grasp anything from the video. So I'm going to jump straight into the lyrics, to be honest. And like I said, if this gets blocked, I'm going to come back and listen to the audio version, hopefully. Or maybe even a vinyl version. Okay, so changing her colours, she's off to the shore. She rides the soul train, and he fight the law. There's a power in his voice, and it makes her feel so sure. So live and let live in love. One day he'll build a statue with his hands, so gentle when he tries to understand the subterfuge he never really planned. Now you're living in a lifeline. We're moving in a lifeline. We're walking in a lifeline. We're throwing, so live and let live in love. It sounds like you're living in the moment. Maybe that's what this is about. It has a very young feel about it, this song. It's not one of these timeless love songs, but it's about, I think it's about living in a moment. One day he'll build a statue with his hands, so gentle when he tries to understand this subterfuge he never really planned. Now you're living in a lifeline. So he's got his plans to do something. He doesn't quite know what. But then something's happened, and it's brought him right back into the moment, which is, I guess, what a lot of us live in when we were a lot younger. We're living in a moment. Exchanging their letters, their exits begun. With deathless precision, he's aiming his gun. A democracy of thoughts that justifies the sum. So live and let die in love. Neither has a ghost of a chance. Those decisions can only be made once. You never really know what you're giving till you're living in the lifeline. So yeah, it sounds like there's a young couple together. They've made some plans. He's got some ideas about what he wants to do. Then something happens, and literally everything's thrown out the window. And generally, I think that's what this video is about, or what this song's about. I don't think the video sort of lines up with it necessarily, but it does say it's an alternative video, so perhaps the official video maybe has a truer reflection of a song. I'm not sure, but I love the song anyway. It's got a lot of, it's quite, excuse me, it's quite vibrant, lots of energy to it, and yeah, it's a really, really nice song to listen to. I forgot really a lot about this song, and the sax break I love, and then, whenever I think of Spandau Ballet, I never really kind of sort of immediately think, oh yeah, those songs with the saxophone breaks, but they seem to recur quite a lot. I remember, I think Gold had one in. I'm sure True had one in as well. And yeah, obviously Lifeline. I can't think many more sax breaks before 82. But yeah, it's wonderful to hear another sax break, and it really kind of gives some richness to a song as well. And it's always good, actually. It doesn't feel like it's tiresome when you hear it during those instrumental breaks between choruses and verses. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed this, and it's nice to revisit it. I'm trying to think what it reminded me of. I mean, obviously this is like late 82, so October into November. And I think, as I said in another video, I was literally hanging around streets, and we had a place that we'd go to called the Spinney, and that was always our go-to hangout. And obviously we weren't necessarily, we weren't causing trouble or anything like that, but I'm guessing we've probably felt that we were less under scrutiny from curtain twitchers and stuff if we were just hanging out in a little woods somewhere. But we were good as kids. We were generally good, and my friends were good, and we never caused too much damage and mayhem, and we never like picked on people. But I'm guessing just even the fact that we were a little gang is probably enough for people to be cautious about us if they're walking towards us, because I think generally older folk maybe are cautious that way because they've got less ability to defend themselves and stuff. Probably making more of this than it is, but now I'm older and I kind of like look at how I was when I was younger, even though I knew I wasn't really a troublesome kind. It's the noise, and you're not really living for other people's benefit. You're living for your own benefit, and you're kind of living a very egocentric lifestyle. Everything revolves around you, your friends, and everything like that. And anyone outside of that bubble doesn't really exist. Although you can respect people, but maybe other people looking in don't really see that. And this video just takes me back to those days. They were great fun days as far as I was concerned. I was 15 years old, and life was pretty good. I was still at school, but I kind of felt like more of an adult at that point. Even though I think when I hit 30, I was probably had the mind of a child, to be fair. But yeah, really, really fun, nostalgic days. And I didn't really kind of put too much pressure on myself in those days to be anything or do anything progressive. And really, I can, sometimes I regret that as an adult, but other times it is what it is, isn't it? Still had some fun times and a few laughs and a bit banter. But yeah, Spandau Ballet's Lifeline. There's another song as well which takes me back to those dark autumn days. A couple of songs actually from '82. Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing as well. That's another one that takes me back. And what else was there? It's really weird. I can see songs, but I don't automatically kind of fit into my nostalgia radar. But yeah, this was great. And if any of you guys remember this song, or you have any nostalgic memories for it, I love to read your like little stories, and I really appreciate them because it kind of makes me feel like part of a bigger family of when the memories come flowing out and stuff. Yeah, makes me all warm and fuzzy to know that other people were doing interesting things at the same time. So yeah, till next time, take care of yourselves and have a great week.